It would be nice if Google had an app which had calendar syncing just show up as calendar syncing, which would have all my photos show up in Photos. I'd like to toggle between Live, Yahoo even, or Chrome as I see fit. So I'm not getting the true benefit, from this. Now, to be fair, I should probably test it out to really test it out, and I will eventually. And I'm interested in, if I set up my life on a Windows phone, how does that sync with my desktop and Windows 8?
Get your own Windows 8.
Well, I'm dropping the hint now.
Speaking of the phone, when they first started intimating some months back that Windows 8 was going to be the operating system that runs across not just desktops, laptops, also across phones, I've said since day one that's a bad idea. Do you agree and disagree?
Well, Microsoft tried making different before. They failed at it. Now they're trying to unify everything, but unified doesn't fully work. Again, this interface is for a tablet and makes sense on a phone too. Like, imagine that's your phone screen. Yeah. It makes sense. But the thing I think Microsoft is doing now, which is gonna cause them to fail or stumble, is build a phone OS that's a good phone OS. Build a tablet OS that's great for tablets. Build a desktop OS that makes sense as a desktop OS. It can all be Windows 8, but Windows 8 mobile, Windows 8 desktop, just something that makes a bit more sense.
Isn't that unified model what Mac is moving towards?
They are.
Apple is moving towards?
They're moving towards it, but like I said, on their desktop, they don't start there because they know that it doesn't make sense, at least not yet. Like, having that unified desktop kind of makes sense if I could actually touch and do something with this. But even then, would I? I don't know. Like, my screen's glossy and it's got fingerprints on it, and I haven't tried to touch it on purpose. When I am touching and sliding and swiping, I can only imagine how awful that'll be.
So maybe give it a month and you can update us on what you think of it then.
I think so. Like, I intend to try SkyDrive because I don't have any other choice, but I want to try it. I have a Hotmail account that I've used for nothing besides spam for many years, so maybe I'll put it back to use and see what happens. And if I get a hold of a Windows phone, I'm curious to see how that actually works.
Thank you, Matt, the IT guy.
Sure.
And thank you for putting up with us for 5 minutes.